Hey, what's up, G Diddy? Hey,
I'm doing good.
that's right. Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the B-Side Podcast. With you and yours truly, Bobby, B-Sales, Rob, call me all of that. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. But anyway, you know, got my guy over here. I call him Tony Dorsett, AKA. Right now, he's going after the colored Calvin Coolidge. Okay. And you know who he is. The guy with the mad impersonations. G Diddy, what's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm reporting live from an undisclosed location and stuff like that. You know, it's impossible to have a bad day when you're G Diddy. I mean, all I have to do is just look in the mirror.
That's right. That's Dr. Ben shit right there. You know
Oh, yeah.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the blackest of them all? That's right. That's right.
It would be like
That's right.
if it was Dr. Ben. Remember, brother. Okay, brother. We're doing this from a socio-economic Christian standpoint, brother.
Dr. Cornell. You gotta love Cornel West.
I was about to say that wasn't Dr. Ben, but Cornell, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely on
Sorry
that
about that, Ben Cornel West. You know, it's close.
Hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? They all for the brothers and sisters. They say a lot of brothers and sisters a lot, you know. Shout out to them, man. But anyhow, man, how's it going, man? Been a minute, man, since I hollered at you.
Oh, it's going pretty good. You know, it's impossible to go wrong with your G Diddy, AKA the colored Calvin Coolidge. I mean, you know, the world is your oyster, and you know, I got a diamond ring on, and
Oh shit.
on my soul, not on my
shine,
hand, and
brother.
stuff like that.
I
am wearing about 200. Yeah, I'm wearing about 250,000 around my neck, real quick, and stuff like that. So it's looking good.
Okay.
I see you styling and profiling in the Alec Roberts.
Hey man.
That exclusive.
Hey man. Hey, we wear so many other logos, so I figure out let me wear some of mine. You know what I mean?
Hey,
let me wear some of my logos. I've been giving up the logos for free out there today. But
the
anyhow,
best brand is your own.
Hey, anyhow, we got to get into it. You know, there's a reason behind he put colored Calvin Coolidge, because you know what I mean, this brother is an elephant. He's an elephant. We're gonna jump right into it. So therefore, without further delay, we don't want that one. We don't want that
one.
Oops. We don't want that one. We're gonna make it up. There we go. So we're gonna get right into it. The news bulletin. This is pretty much the Republican, I would say the Republican bullhorn. G Diddy, we know. You also go by the AKA the Black Republican. That's one of your aliases, right?
Hey, what can I say?
So we're
it's
gonna
hard
jump
being
right into it, man. We're gonna jump right into it because
it's hard being right all the time.
We what is this, man? We've heard some terms now. Like I said, I'm checking to see if you got the bulletin board, email subscription, whatever the case may be, text message. What is this, man, with the replacement theory, man? Now all of a sudden we're hearing this, man. Was this a strategy that you guys gave out?
Well, I like to recall the replacement theory, critical race theory for white supremacists. And critical race theory comes from a French 20th century notion of the grand replacement, meaning that they're thinking that minorities of color are coming over here to replace the white race, and that's the belief. And that's the belief that the Buffalo shooter went with when he went in there and shot 10 people. He had spoke with the man a day before, a black man, 2 hours, for almost 2 hours a day before, about history and stuff like that. And it's the theory that a lot of pundits on Fox News are running away from when characterizing the shootings.
Yes.
And, you know, it's just a dangerous theory based on racism, thinking that somebody's coming over here, that immigration is designed to replace you. I mean, is the same precipice to use it for a critical race theory that it's bad to teach that there's intrinsic racism in the system. And now they're going with the theory that's saying that they're systematic oppression of the white population through replacement. So it's based in white supremacist ideology, and I don't think any sane person would attach themselves to it.
Yeah,
And that's why an insane person attached himself to it.
yeah, it's definitely a tactic used, no question. I mean, obviously, it just didn't jump off all of a sudden either. You know what I mean? Like you said, the same rhetoric that's been using, finessing the wordplay. I think that's what we have to do as far as, even though you're a Republican, I know you still a brother down for the cause. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
far as, enlightenment, us doing better as a people. But anyhow, but I understand how, it's like the wordplay that the elephants, use, and how they use the right wordage where it's attachable, meaning to their crowd, their constituents. You know what I mean? What is it which you would say that the Democrats would have to do to use their wordplay better? Do they have to finesse some words, finesse some, not necessarily philosophies or slogans? I want to say, what can they do as far as the tactic? Because we see when Republicans put out something like right now, the replacement theory, boom, they fall in line. So what is it you think Democrats should use in maybe their tactics? We're playing both sides of the coin here.
Well, it's hard to give tactics to the Democrats because they're going to try to be on the right side of history, regardless. So they're trying to use every tactic you can find.
Play the fence. Okay, you playing the fence.
So, but
I
the
gave
thing
that
is,
great
politics-
intro. I gave that great intro on this topic.
Yeah.
You gonna play the fence. Okay.
Well,
It's a
politics
tactic.
is all about messaging and the weaponizing of words and stuff like that. So when you say rising crime, that makes people think that, with all the uprisings that's gone on the last 2 years, that maybe this is the result of it, and crime is rising and inflation is rising, and they want to attach it to liberalism and socialism to make it look even worse. So it's basically a tactic. Politicians operate in 2-year cycles. Whatever's going to move the cycle every 2 years. And unfortunately, some people have thought, correct messaging to follow Donald Trump instead of same political message. Same
but
political
also
platform.
any leader that they put, obviously to lead, any leader, whatever those word tactics are, they fall in line.
Well, the Reagan 11th commandment, thou shalt not speak ill of a fellow Republican. That's what conservatives believe in, and they fall in line with that. So you saw what happened to Madison Cawthorn, the young representative. I forgot which state he represented, but he got pushed out of there.
They got him in lingerie.
Oh yeah, he was out of there.
Come on, man. Come on.
And he was speaking on.
Hey, and then they kill their opponents within the organization. They killed that dude, man.
If you don't fall in line with the
people,
messaging,
political wise, but
yeah, if you don't fall in line with the messaging,
man,
that's what happens.
As soon as they turn, my goodness, it was like the killer bees on Nori when he spoke out on the Wu-Tang. They was on it. They was man. But that's the wordplay. How I don't think everybody's, well, I shouldn't say everybody. The Democrats are not paying attention to, because all of a sudden a good slogan comes up. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna run with it. And what was that 11th commandment? What was the Reagan 11th?
Thou shalt not speak ill of a fellow Republican. That's the Reagan 11th commandment.
That's the first time I ever heard of that, man.
Yeah.
And how many times we've had Reagan conversations? Oh, you got some shit back in the toolbox. I see, huh? Just wait. I see you, man. Okay, I forgot who I'm dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. I'm dealing with a Texan.
The greatest state in God's union.
Texas Republican.
The greatest state in God's union. There's Garden of Eden, and then there's Texas.
You guys really do believe that, huh?
We believe in the Bible. We believe in guns. And sometimes we write passages on our guns over in Texas.
Write passages? Oh.
We try to combine the two.
Okay. Yeah, man. definitely we have to hit you back with Republican tactics. I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what is the subscription background? Because I know I know you're tied to some subscription, because you always on point with the wordplay, what you guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? You got your ear to the party. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, we call
So
up
are you a
Miralago.
double agent?
We call up Miralago, okay. We get all of our messages from there. He types it in the neatest bullet point messages, okay. He's sent through email. It's sent through certified mail, okay. So all the messaging comes from Mar-a-Lago, Florida, okay. So just listen to what Donnie is saying.
That's the
Do
central
what Donnie
headquarters, right?
says.
That's the central
Yes.
headquarters, right? So basically, so hold on, man. Hold on. I got to flip it, man. So wait a minute here. So if the headquarters are in Florida, at the what's the name of the compound?
Miralago.
So the compound's in Mar-a-Lago. The top political candidates are going down there. PR moves, photo ops, who knows? Meetings. So you know Donnie is going to ask, like, where's the check? So you telling me these politicians are taking taxpayer money to give to Donald Trump for advice and support? Because he's not doing this for free. We know Donnie is about, hey.
He's the original Johnny
I need to see
Manziel.
dollars before I make moves. So is that what's really going on? The candidates are taking taxpayer money to go down there to the compound and get information, because you're gonna have to tie to Donald. They're tithing to Donald right now.
Well, I guess it's not working out for him, because a lot of the people that Trump is endorsing are losing in the primary. Like Kemp over in Pennsylvania is beating Donald Trump's endorsed candidate. I forgot who he endorsed, but a lot of the candidates that he's endorsing right now are not doing well in the primaries. Man. So his endorsement ain't as solid as some think.
All I'm saying is also, though, I forgot the gentleman's name, because the whole story is like, whoa. Who's the Pennsylvania running senator who had a stroke, had to get a pacemaker put in, and the one Kenyatta, I think Kenyatta, is that Kenyatta? I forgot the dude's last name. He's in Senate now, I want to say. But anyway, he exposed him a little bit, as far as, you know, he how can I say, not stalked someone, like chased somebody down and apprehended them till the police came.
What?
Well, yeah.
This some crime fighter type of stuff?
Aubrey. That's the guy who he's running against. And he didn't make no apology or anything, man. Yeah, man. And then this gentleman gets a stroke, needs a heart patient. Come on. How's he supposed to represent anybody, right? Come on.
I don't know. There's been political campaigns where they've had candidates that died and still won the campaign. Man. So just depends on how much somebody hates the opponent. Might not even be about the policies, about somebody how much somebody hates the opponent.
Yeah, but are people paying attention? Because the nominee who won and where people died, where he died, and people still voted for, they must not know he died.
No.
Right? Or what can it? Whoa. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
How is this commercials? That's probably what they listen to. You know, people don't do any background checks on anything. A lot of people don't want to get into the minutia of the candidate. They just want to hear what they got to say in a commercial for about 30 seconds or whatever they say during a campaign stop or something like that. That'll give out the bullet points that, you know, whatever goes to the party ideology, you know, whatever hits the liberal talking points, the conservative talking points. So it's like some people do need to do research on the candidates.
Yeah, but a lot of people still don't vote, man. That's kind of shocking. When I'm like, whoa, you know, everything's a game, right? I mean,
Yeah.
All I'm saying, let's try something different. Let's try something than the norm. You know what I mean? I mean, okay, so you haven't voted for years. Try it this time. Try it
Yeah.
this time. Are you paying attention? What's going on? I don't.
What's the power in the silent voice?
All I'm saying is it would be kind of scary if we had. Well, I forgot your party, but anyhow, hey, I know I'm not a Republican, but anyhow, where the Republican wins the presidency and the House and the Senate, whoa, ouch. We can't have that happen. That's all I'm saying. We cannot have that happen.
Well, you can't have the conservatives in charge, seeing the record in recent months
Not everything.
regarding a woman's choice,
Not
a
everything.
woman's right to choose.
We could
You
not
know?
have a conservative presidency, a conservative House, and a conservative Senate, and with the Supreme Court. Whoa!
And Supreme Courts decide major legislation for generations. So you got to hope somebody
scary,
retires
man.
on the.
That's kind of scary. All I'm saying, just how can I say it? Like some people don't vote all the time, but I think this midterm election and the next presidency election, huge.
This is one of the most. You know how they always try to say this is the most consequential midterms in history? This is definitely one of the most consequential midterms in history because we're dealing with an administration, we're dealing with politicians of Washington that want to deny a woman's right to choose. Whether you agree with it or whether you don't agree with it, that's a step back as far as people's rights. And that's not something that this country should be about, stepping back in rights. A person doesn't have the right to legislate over the conduct of someone's life because, a woman's right to choose isn't meant with just, just something you can just throw away. People have to live with their decisions. So it's not up to us to legislate our feelings or our emotions onto somebody else, especially when governments, those same people that want to legislate over a woman's body won't help the child once it comes out of the body.
Hey, that's the whole point I was about to say. It's like, wait a minute, you tell the women have the babies, then you don't support them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out of here. You had it, hey, but then you won't give the proper legislation to fund these kids. It's I don't get it. Well, how about this, right? Even if everybody had a job, it's still gonna fall short as far as economically.
Yeah.
The help has to be there. There's no choice. It's part of the deal. It's part of the deal. It's part of the deal, man.
Oh yeah. And
there's a balance, right? If you have to have the super rich, you have to help out the super poor. You have to have that.
You
balance.
have to. If you have an advantage and if you have an economic advantage, then it's up to you to try to do something to help. I mean, some of the most richest men in history have been some of the most charitable men in history. I believe Warren Buffett says he's going to give away 85% of his wealth.
No question. That's good. I'm glad they have a big heart. I'm glad they see the big picture, because we're only here for a little bit of time. We're going to be in the ground longer than we're going to be above ground. So you got to set it up. We all trying. I think we are. We all trying to get there, right? Where we can go ahead and reach back and help those who are in need, because there's always going to be people in need. There's no individuality in humanism. There's no such thing.
And how do we move on as a nation if we just look the other way? If we let our own starve? What happens to us as a nation?
It's bad. It's a bad look. How can it be? If you're going to have the extreme of the super rich or whatever the case may be, you're going to have the extreme of the super poor. I mean, just as far off it's going to be with the richness, it's going to be that far off with the poorness. And it's like, man, come on. It's a lot of work, But that's life, man. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna get back to some of this bulletin talk. You got wordplay to get out the information. But anyway, we're gonna go back to the NBA, right?
But before we get off of that, before we get into that,
Uh-huh.
you know Herschel Walker's about to be a senator, right? Senator Walker.
Hey man, but they bringing up the dirt, talking about the money short. The money short to what you implying?
It doesn't matter. He scored touchdowns.
What?
He scored touchdowns, and he beat up people in the MMA at like 40-something years old. That's what people care about. They don't care about the political issues. They don't care about how he feels on tort reform. He beat somebody up in an MMA match, and he scored touchdowns in the 80s. Does that mean something politically?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, all I'm saying is kind of 50-50 for us, right? It's kind of 50-50, meaning that, hold on, black senator in Georgia, period, regardless of he's a Republican or Democrat, regardless. I would say 30-30 because it's Herschel Walker.
He's a great running back. He's 58 points ahead of everybody.
Hey, and and I'm a Buckeye.
58 points ahead.
And the Bulldogs got similar colors. Hey, I used to watch Herschel. You know what I mean? And he played for the Generals. People forget about that. His first professional team that he played for were the Generals, and guess who owned the Generals? Give me some impersonation of who owned the Generals.
The complete owner of the Generals was the best owner in NFL history. He wanted to own an NFL team. They wouldn't let him do it. He couldn't get approved for any banks. Nobody would trust him, okay? Losing money. But he lost money in the USFL, okay? Wasn't going anywhere. Then Steve Young, right? Steve Young. He's with Melania.
Steve Young was with LA Express. He's with LA Express.
What? Was they USFL?
LA Express. He was with LA Express.
No.
The Generals.
Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
Herschel Walker. I taught him how to read. We went through Dr. Zeus. No, but Herschel's going to be the next senator.
Nah, man.
Yeah, he is. It don't matter what he believes politically. He ran a football in the 80s, and he beat somebody up in an MMA match at 48 years old. Tell me what does competition do? Tell me the platform of his competition.
Okay. So is he going to be Sambo, Uncle Tom, or the Big Pro B? You know, or I was trying to think a name like I was gonna say William Monroe Trotter, but I'm like, okay.
Will any of those be better than Cory Booker?
Who is he going to be?
He's going to be something close to Cory Booker. Or Van Jones. He'd be similar to Cory Booker. No, but that man
I don't know what happened, man. I didn't hear you on all that.
I said he's going to be similar to Cory Booker.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you with the reference. talk about one of our senators who's always about to cry. It seems like he's about to break down.
About to. I think he broke down
every time he gets to the mic. Like does he have a Kleenex commercial? Does he have a Kleenex endorsement?
They cannot take away
I'm like, yo,
this moment
every time, every.
They cannot take away this moment from you.
Hey.
You be proud of this moment. No, but Herschel Walker is going to be one of those transformative politicians that's going to communicate his ideals with clarity, as clear as you can get after reading a Dr. Seuss novel. But I get behind Herschel Walker because I'm afraid of him. Because if I talk shit about him, he'll probably beat you up in person. Still,
Herschel.
Can't speak ill of Herschel.
So they're going to overlook the paperwork? Is that what you're saying?
You have to. You got to overlook the paperwork. You think this is the era of accountability? Political accountability?
I know, man. I'm looking at the glass half empty instead of full. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking at
Herschel could be on film. Herschel could be on film robbing a liquor store. He ran a touchdown with the football in the 80s and he beat somebody up in an MMA match. Name what his opponent did.
Well, obviously, we know he's on a whole different circuit because he's on the elephant. You know what I mean? It's obvious.
We support him. We don't bad talk him. We don't badmouth him. That's Herschel. That's the legend.
Remember, people.
He didn't do anything for the Cowboys, but that's the legend.
Ronald Reagan, number 11. That's all you got to. So, what is Ronald Reagan, number 11 again? What was that again? Now, show.
Ronald Reagan, number 11, is something that he didn't remember at the time and probably doesn't remember now. What was Ronald Reagan, number 11?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so wrong. Okay, that's so wrong. Man, people change in front of the microphone. People change in front of the microphone.
Where did I put Nancy?
Hey, man.
Can you ever think about Nancy Reagan the same way again after listening to that Too Short song?
The Too Short song.
Remember the Too Short song?
I had an episode talking about Nancy, what she was known for.
Yeah.
No clue.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't know Nancy was the fluffer. I didn't know. Yeah. Wow.
That's kind of crass.
We had.
Don't you think that's a crass title for someone of such high esteem?
Check out Nancy. Hey, look it up. Nancy Reagan.
People pleaser.
Known for. Look it up.
People pleaser.
We're not making this up. Nancy. We had Reagan the Now he wasn't senile. What was he? What happened to him? He was it dementia? Dementia?
Yeah.
What was it?
No, he had Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, yeah. We had Ronnie Alzheimer's and Nancy the Fluffer. Wow. 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 There's so many stories we don't even know about. You know what I mean? Oh, there's so many. But, oh, there's so many stories we don't even know about, man.
Well,
oh man, people not trying to know the truth. That's just a PR verse too. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That you know.
Reagan was a gangster, man. He could get up in front of the UN and say, "What if aliens attacked us right now?" He used examples from science fiction to bring the world together. Stuff that didn't even make sense. He was saying, "What would we do if we prepare for an alien attack?" To the UN. Yeah. And people were inspired by that. That's what we need. We need leaders to use science fiction and give us platitudes to help us get through. He said we were the shining city on the hill. Which hill is that? And we're just a city? I thought we were a whole nation.
Exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bring back Reagan.
Stop. Nah, man.
Ronnie Reagan is still alive?
We don't even need his theories. What is it? His followers. We don't need none of them coming to light. No way. We no. I mean, probably it might be. I don't know. Would it be a little bit better than the Trump followers? Are the Reagan followers better than the Trump followers?
Would the Reagans be better than the Trumpites? I don't know. Reaganites, you're talking about some early 80s. He's got the whole nation on his side type of.
They brought in all the drugs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on. The floodgates.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I would have to go with maybe the Reagan supporters would be a little bit worse, even though I'm a Reagan supporter. But the era of Reagan support, you know, as far as them characterizing the other side, aka minorities, as opposed to the Trump era, I think it was way more visceral in the 80s in regards to characterizing people in disadvantaged communities or characterizing crime. You know, it's more in your face now because we're interconnected society. We got stuff that goes viral, but I believe just the whole belief system from the early 80s is different than what we go through modern times. So I think the Trump era,
I mean,
I
no
would
question.
I would more for a Trump, Trump era supporters less harmless than the Reagan supporter. And Reagan even had Democrats. You know, you were a Reagan Democrat.
Oh, stop it! I don't know. Stop it, man.
You know, you were a Democrat with Reagan before
get outta here,
61.
What's that?
You were pre 1961 Reagan.
No way.
You know, you used to be a Democrat because you said the Republicans used to be Democrats. He used to be a Democrat.
Wait a minute, man. We're not going back in time. It was a philosophy. Shit changed. Shit switched up. We know that. So
was he the reason you?
Come on, man. We know back then the brothers were with the Republican Party. We know that. It just switched over.
Even up into the 1960s.
It switched over. We of course we gonna run to where we can get the rights at. That's what party we gonna go to, and it switched over.
And you know what that same person who gave those rights out said? I'm gonna have the nigger vote for 200 years.
Hey,
the same person who signed those rights.
But
you know what he was?
But he
Democrat.
Yeah, but he did it. And what happened? Yeah. What happened? They They AI'd him. They crossed over to the Republican Party. Those Demis crossed over and went over there. Yeah.
Some did.
A lot of them did.
Some Democrats, the Dixiecrats went over there. That was a section of the Democratic Party, not a large section, but it was a higher percentage of Republicans that passed the Civil Rights Bill than Democrats, because Democrats were so steeped in, the South and, with Klan support, because the Ku Klux Klan was an armed wing of the Democratic Party.
No question.
So it was a switch in the Democratic Party during the Kennedy era, which Kennedy wasn't really a fervent civil rights supporter at the beginning of his administration. He would rather, he knew what was going on, and he would rather much characterize it as we got to be concerned with the Russian problem, other than the civil rights problem. But then when it was so in his face, you couldn't run away from it.
Man, I'm not dealing with the civil rights issues. I'm not doing that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's all I wanted to know. But anyway, we're going to jump into the NBA, man. What happened to your team last night, man?
They locked us down. They double teaming Luka all night. They shut us down. We got some production out of Dinwiddie, out of Bullock, but they shut us down. You got Klay Thompson, and Wiggins was acting a fool last night. But we're still going to get him. I mean, this is Dallas Mavericks. We beat the.
What's that mean?
We beat. We got as many titles as LeBron went over the Cavaliers.
Ain't that some bullshit?
Yeah.
We're not even bringing up the Cavaliers right now, man. We're not bringing that up. We're just talking about those who are playing right now. Your team's playing. All I'm saying is y'all got blown out. Like,
we just had to take a night off. We just got through with the Suns.
That's right. Y'all was still out there partying, I see, huh? Okay, y'all still celebrating that victory. Okay. Hey, so Luka's a bad boy, no question. He's a bad dude. So
that's MVP material.
So do you like the nickname Baby Bird?
Baby Bird, that's a correct characterization, because he can't shoot a three when he needs to. Mm-hmm. And he's very, very diverse. He doesn't even move fast, but he gets to the basket. He's an intelligent player. Baby Bird's good. Hallelujah. Hallelujah's pretty cool too.
Hey, that's the first time I heard Hallelujah. Is that it?
Yeah, Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, but we're gonna get this one. We're just trying to make the Golden State Warriors that they're gonna steamroll through us, but that's not gonna happen. No. Especially when it goes back to Texas.
Man, we seen with the Phoenix series, man. What was it? You guys were down 0-2, went back home. It was a wrap. Man. But
it's going to be Mavericks versus the Heat.
I didn't expect that from CP3, though. I really didn't.
How did you expect it from CP3? Is he the new Charles Barkley? Is he the new Charles Barkley when it comes to getting that ring?
He's definitely a first ballot, no question. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. He's still on the top of his game. I mean, he's still an elite player and all that, but that title just eludes him.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, when he was over Houston, he was about to take. Well, they were about to take out the Golden State Warriors, but then he got hurt. He's always been
Yeah.
on teams that could do it,
I don't.
but
I
for
don't.
some reason, I don't know.
I don't know either,
I hope he
man.
comes back next year, though.
Oh, he'll come back. No question. Because the money's there. The money's there. So he's definitely gonna come back for that. No question. The money is already there. But yeah, man, I'm rooting for him, but I don't know now, man. 37. He'll be 38 when the playoffs run around this time next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. Because
get one last check.
I'm like, damn.
Who do you think's coming out the East?
Ah. Ooh. I want. I don't know. I mean, Boston. Never know. But even Miami, I still think the West is gonna win it. Prefer to Golden State. I think Golden State's gonna win it, man. But as far as the East, kind of leaning towards Miami a little bit. But you never know with Boston, man. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's Miami.
Who knows? Because Tatum's a beast, man. He's the beast, man. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I think Golden State gonna take it all. Unfortunately,
I don't agree with you on that because I think I know one team that's definitely not playing in the finals, and that's the Cavaliers. But the Mavericks are going to the finals. It's gonna be Mavericks Heat.
hey, man.
But it won't be Cavaliers.
I am very aware that
Good comeback here for Love, though.
we didn't make the playoffs. Well, kind of we did playoffs with the asterisk, just like I don't even bring that up anyway. The other team that won the championship has an asterisk. Anyway. Anyway, though, you guys may be missing. Definitely needs a couple stars, man. That's just how it is. But I don't know, man. It'll be kind of hard to play with Luka because he has the ball in his hand so much. At some point he's going to have to adjust. But that's all I'm saying. I mean, the ball should be in his hands. He's the best player, but
Oh yeah,
I don't know. Something's going to have to adjust, or something's going to have to give. Where, whoever they bring in or whoever they get, but he definitely needs another. Because you don't have anybody injured, do you guys? You guys have anybody on the injured reserve? That's
No.
Yeah. See, that's the only thing. But can the star play with Luka? That's the question.
bring Westbrook over. He works the Magic. He changes
What?
teams wherever he goes.
What you talking
Westbrook.
about? Y'all would take
Westbrook.
Westbrook?
Yeah. You wouldn't take the Westbrook's talent? They try to characterize him as T.O., but I take Westbrook.
Okay. At $47 million.
$47 million
Yeah.
for 2 years. For 2 years?
I don't.
I mean, he had an off year this year, but I would take Westbrook.
Hey, that's y'all. We good where we at in Cleveland. We got Garland. I mean,
Y'all
we
about to get Braun. Y'all about to get Braun.
Nah, man.
Braun and Braun.
No. We don't want him. Man. And then what's crazy, since we talking about the Lakers, we're in NBA talking points, whatever the case may be, NBA segment. But anyhow, the Lakers supposedly are going to sign J.R. Smith as an assistant coach, but they don't have a head coach.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of strange.
It is.
How you
Why don't they bring back Mike Brown?
coaches? How you sign assistant coaches? You don't even got the head coach. That's I'm missing something.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It's kind of strange.
Weren't they looking at Mark Jackson? Whatever happened to that?
I don't know.
He can help them get where they're going.
It's like pause. It's like pause, man. But anyhow, man. Hey, man. Hold on. we're going to get out of NBA. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into our squad, Chelsea. So how you feel
Tied it
about
up.
how you feel about not only American owner owning the team, but someone who's part of the Dodgers organization? Boldly.
Oh, that's cool because you know
And they
it
got the same
connects one
colors.
great franchise. Yeah, it
They got
connects
the
one great franchise to another. The
Uh-huh.
colors match, and you know it'll extend the influence and just like the eye on Chelsea because he'll be able to get it out. You know,
Mhm.
sorry about that. I think this is good for Chelsea. I'm having a brain fart right now, but I think this is good for Chelsea
Uh-huh.
to be attached with the franchise that knows, you know, they're dealing with an organization that has a huge fan base here in America, and you know they can access that and you know increase the influence of soccer over here, of football over here. So you know maybe they'll be able to do something Abramovich wasn't able to do. Maybe
Yeah, no,
you know
no,
maybe
no.
help extend the influence of soccer over here because you know it's one of the biggest growing sports over here in the states. It's
No
huge
question.
across the world. You know, we think our basketball and football that we have over here are the
Number one
biggest
sport in the
sports in the
world.
world, but the biggest sport in the world is soccer,
It's number
and
one
it's only
sport in
getting
the world.
bigger.
That's it. You know,
Now
because
the MLS, you know,
and they
the
getting those
MLS,
soccer specific stadiums, so that helps, man. It's a good look. It's a good look, man.
you see what I did about the MLS?
What's
The
up?
MLS.
What about it? Hey, man, it's getting better, man. You haven't been watching it. You haven't been watching it, man. Hey, man, because every time I watch MLS, I start laughing off what you say. But hey, the first touches are getting better. They're not turning it over like some little
They
kids
kick it
playing
to the
ball
other
or something.
team as a way
What?
to pass the ball. They kick it to the other team as a way to pass the ball.
It's not as much, you know what I mean? The first touch is getting better, man. That's what they need to concentrate on, the first touch. It's getting better. I mean, it's getting better. You need to open up the pocketbooks a little bit more, but hey, it's getting better.
So we're number 3 right now, right? And
Yeah.
who's
Yeah. Hey,
number 1? Man City.
I think them or Liverpool, but I want to say Man City, but I could be wrong. Might be Liverpool. We didn't win no. I don't think we won any trophies this season. New ownership. It's going to be definitely, obviously, new ownership. There's going to be a new squad. A lot of people going to be in and out. But some of these guys we got to let go, man. Sorry, they've had chances. I don't know what the case may be. I kind of like them, but it's like, hey, we know they're going to go. Chris Jansen, he needs to go. I wasn't a big fan of him anyway. I think he's either going to Barcelona or Real Madrid. My man Rudiger, he's gone. Rudiger,
Mm.
he signed with Real Madrid, so he's gone. I think my man, couple cats might be going to Barcelona. Aspuerta, I think he's going to Barcelona. Free contract, obviously, in the season. And I also think what's my man's name? The lefty plays the back wing. He's Marcos Alonso. Is it Marcos Alonso? Yes. Alonso Marco. Yeah. He's always getting into it with the coaches though, but I think he's gone too. So basically, only person we got in what playing my back positions is Silva, and he you know he's getting a little old, man. He's
Hmm.
getting a little old.
What
So
about
I think
Lukalu?
who
Looky Lou.
Lukaku. Lukaku.
Yeah,
I don't know. Lukaku. How you pronounce
Lukaku.
it? I should say. Yes. I don't know. We paid a lot of money for him. So I think we got to see what happens. Never know. We got or if we get rid of him, we have to pay. He's gonna have to pay. There's some money going. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be a lot of changes, man. You know, I think Hudson Odoi. I think we got to get rid of him, man. It's like let's cash it in. You know, Ziyech. I like him, but I don't know. Might be expendable. Pulisic, even though he's Captain America, let's see what we can do. Maybe. Hell,
Is there anybody out in the free agent market? Any big free agents out there that could be
You talking about
acquired
Dembele?
through
You talking about
trade?
Dembele? There's gonna be some, yeah. Mbappe, he plays at
Hmm.
PSG. I think he's gonna sign with Real Madrid. Dembele, most of Dembele, I think we might be able to get him because he played with Tuchel over at Dortmund. He already played over there, so I don't know. I will get my man. I like him. Um, who else? There's a lot of ones. I think Ronaldo's gonna re-sign with Manchester United. They got a new coach in. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. Diabla over in he's over in Juventus. You know, Italian league.
You know you're a bad player
He's
when you can go by one name.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no question
Well,
about
didn't
that.
have a
We'll see.
Willian.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
there a Willian?
Willian. Yep. He's over there.
Yeah.
He's over there in Brazil, but it's not going too well for him over there. They're on him. They are
Uh-oh.
on. Yeah. The natives are on. The cats over there on him. Just ain't producing. So you're gonna get it if you're not producing. No question. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting, man. So yeah, man. We gotta speak on Chelsea. You know what I mean? Chelsea fans. You know what I mean? Been there since shit. I've been a member since '06, ladies and gentlemen, 2006. You know what I'm saying? Had to recruit G Diddy up on the screen. Had to recruit him. So yes, definitely with the Chelsea, no doubt.
Yeah. I was recruited to the Chelsea team. Hello. Fucking Chelsea. What the fuck is this? Is this Chelsea? Fucking Chelsea club. What the fuck? I've got me lager. You got me German lager.
Yeah, yeah. So hey, man, I'm looking at the news. I'm sure everybody's tuned in. There was a Tennessee graduation shooting. One killed, one
Damn.
injured. Mass shooting at Tennessee high school graduation. And
That's
at the present
terrible.
time, maybe so, but the person who did the damage is obviously on the run. I don't think they caught him. So, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, there's another shooting. Shoot, yeah, another mass shooting going down.
And it's
Yeah,
the terrible thing
so
about our society that people think they have to go out that way. They want to be remembered in the worst way possible. And with this generation, with how social media is, they think they got to IG live or broadcast the worst things possible just to get some sort of fame. It is sickening. It's the sick
yeah,
aspect of the world today. And to kill somebody, this is a murder at a high school graduation.
high school.
This
Hey,
is
oh,
terrible.
yeah, but anyhow, seeing on the screen right now, looks like they did arrest the actual shooter, 17-year-old teenager. Yeah,
That's terrible.
unfortunately. Yeah, man. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how this do. You know what I mean? In the news, we'll see how it is. You know what I mean? It's this damn shame we got to run meters down on tragic things just to see if it's getting the appropriate attention. Uh, uh, that's released or whatnot. We'll see. We'll see how it is. Damn shame, but that's the way it
It's
is right now.
crazy that these horrors have just become such regularity. I
Yeah.
mean, the shooting at this high school, people getting killed in the supermarket parking lot. Just you're hearing about it every other week. I remember back in the '90s, we hear about Columbine, and that was a huge event, a huge horrific event. But Columbine has happened 10, 11, 12 times in the past 10 years,
It's
and
crazy.
it's horrific. It's
It's
terrible.
crazy.
Rest in peace to those, to everybody affected, to everybody that lost their life in that senseless act of violence, and you know, prayers with the family, with those kids. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta do some things, man. How do you feel, man? Let's talk about it. How do you feel, man, when cats talk about they think that their vote doesn't count or voting doesn't matter?
Well,
What's your
if they
response
don't
on
think the
that?
vote counts, then why do people work so hard to take away people's votes? And why do people work so hard to, chop up districts so less people have voting power here and more people have voting power there? They know it's worth something. Political power is worth something, but if you have no economic base behind it, if you have no platform of what you're standing on, of what you or goals that you want met, then voting is just just pressing something. But it has to be something behind it. You have to have your economic interest behind it. You got to put your money behind it. I mean, lobbyists go to Washington every day and lobby for their causes, for their corporations, and they use their influence to change legislation, to move legislation into craft legislation. You gotta pull your economic forces together before you think about it politically, because you gotta engage it politically. But from the economic standpoint, you gotta see how's it gonna affect the economics in this community or whatever. So, you gotta use your economic guns.
Yeah. So is it that some people think that okay, they don't understand the
I
politics?
think they just
the
believe
aspect of voting, and also, where it goes to is it. Are they? They just don't know.
I think people believe that at the end of the day, big money interests, corporate greed is going to rule the day at the end of the day. So they get taken out of the game that way. But nothing could be more farther from the truth. Politicians react off the people and what moves the people. And, if the people think a certain way and they're moving a certain way, a politician is going to try to get on top of that. They can't control the people. The politicians do not control us. They are people that we vote in for a certain period of time. This isn't over the Middle East where somebody stays in there indefinitely for decades and decades. So you have to use your political power. You got to stay engaged. You got to know what legislation is being put out there. You got to know who's being put out there as your district attorney, who's deciding who goes to jail and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that you can determine. The judges, there's a lot of things that you can determine in your life. If you don't even want to mess with the presidential election.
And then speaking of mayors, the Anaheim mayor. Whoa.
What happened?
They want him to resign. Well,
what happened?
Well, came back to the sale of the Angels. So basically, they're like, yo, he was teaching people what to say, and then on the other end was like, hey, how about this? Hey, Angels, hey, sell it to you like this, but hey, can I get $1 million for my political campaign? And yeah, there was a judge. I forgot the judge's name, but stop the sale right now. It's on pause right now, man.
Damn.
Now you got people out there asking for his resignation.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, but people aren't going to run away from money. People are always going to want to get that under the table money. And politicians are millionaires most of the time. Most of the time, these guys are making $70,000 to $100,000 a year, and it's for a limited amount of time.
But why he offer only like $351 million? That land is way more than that, right? I think that's what it was. I think he lowballed himself, and it was like, wait a minute, $350
you just want to get the deal done.
$1 million. When the last time you heard a major sporting organization in the United States sell for like $351 million? When was it?
That's some 1989 prices.
When?
That's like some 1989 prices for a football team.
They lowballed it, and wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
now they want him out of there.
Yeah, they're asking for his resignation. It's out there. Like,
it's what he gets doing business with the Angels. Angels are garbage.
Oh! I can't say nothing.
Texas Rangers.
I'm really not Angels
Texas
fan,
Rangers.
but hey, they're right up the street, so he almost forced. We're not even listening to him in Texas Rangers.
We're not even. We pulled out that broom this weekend. We swept those Angels. Because we're the Texas Rangers. We're coming back.
Yo, have you been paying attention to the Oakland A's? Ain't
what's going on?
Showing up to them games. Nobody's showing up to them games, man. They got the cats.
Well,
the cats running the joint. Obviously, they're getting the rodent problem issue up out of there. But I guess there's a lot of cats, man. Cats is Multiple.
Well, they've been wanting to move the A's out of Oakland for the longest time, and people aren't coming to the A's game because the A's are a farm team for any good club that's coming around because they never want to pay anybody. I think the payroll is like what, 58 million. They're trying to give these dudes crumbs and half full glasses of water for payment.
Man,
They're trying to give them old school food stamps for payment.
It's like there's nobody in them stands, man. No.
Eventually, that's going to motivate them to move.
There's probably more birds than people up in them stands right now, man.
That's messed up. And I went to go see an A's game back in the 80s, back when I was living in Northern California. So that's sad that they've went from that to this.
City, though. Just for the city, man. The
That's a lot of commerce that's going to leave the city.
The Warriors moved. Now you're talking about the baseball team I moved to? Oh, man.
The staple of Oakland for the last 50 years. That's terrible.
That is going to be interesting, man. See what happens, because I'm like, there's nobody in the stands, man. Like, how are they making payroll?
Probably ain't. That's why they got a $20 payroll.
Man, nobody's at those games, man.
They're paying them in comp tickets,
man. It's like, damn. Like, if all those teams left, man, look how many jobs left that area, man. It's already gone.
Where's the fans? I mean, the Mets fans stay there, even when the Mets are garbage. And there's been decades where the Mets were garbage,
man,
but the fans don't run away.
Stadium. Man, Mets got a nice stadium.
Yeah. And they're one of the most, that's one of the most expensive franchise out there outside of the Dallas Cowboys. They got the highest payroll, one of the highest payrolls.
No question.
The team's worth one of the most, in baseball.
I'm just like, okay, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens because something's gonna have to give, man. So, man, hate to see Oakland go down like that, but capitalism is a monster. It's a beast, man. Yo, is there anything you want to discuss before we get up out of here, man? Anything you want to give a shout out to, want to discuss, man, or? I mean, anything?
The Texas Rangers are going back to the World Series, as determined this weekend after destroying the Angels. The Democrats, well, they're just going to be right about everything because they're on the right side of history, especially back in the 1800s and stuff like that. And, they've been correcting the history, and all the Democrats were good and decent. Especially FDR, FDR, the guy that created the projects, the guy that redlined you into the projects. So Democrats.
Oh, you got to stop.
You're going to do well this midterm.
Gotta stop. Hey, you're acting like a double agent right now. You know what I mean?
No double agent.
You're acting
I'm
like
not a double agent.
Yeah,
I've been a consistent agent.
Oh.
I've been a Colin Powell / Frederick Douglass / Martin Luther King Sr. Republican.
So you naming the basis of that ideology, so-called political party, based on the old heads?
Yes, because Teddy Roosevelt resisted Booker T. Washington's request to stop the party from turning lily white. That was the problem. Teddy Roosevelt turned the party lily white. It's time to put some color in the party. The GOP, the good old people.
Yeah, the stoppage.
God's old people.
Stop any type of bill. Stop any
God's
type of
old
bill.
people.
Stop any type of bill to help others out. Just stop it. Dope. It's just we're gonna act like we don't even see it. Passes so many bills right now on the line, and y'all just nah.
Hey, we got all the cool stars over on our side. We got Trump. We got Scott Baio.
STOP. Y'all ain't the GOP. Y'all the STOP. The stop party.
We got all the cool celebrities. Trump, Scott Baio. Who else? That chick from 90210, whatever her name is, that came to the RNC convention back in the day. We got all the hip celebrities on our side. I don't know about y'all. We got Herschel Walker. You ever heard him try to read?
On that note, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I can't even. You lost me after the Scott Baio reference. Scott Baio.
Charles in charge.
Charlie. Give your handle, G Diddy. Thanks again, man.
Okay.
For coming.
You're welcome.
Thanks again.
Well, if you want to catch one of the most captivating people in America on Instagram, you can check me at Midnight More at Instagram. If you want to go on Twitter and check me at Gary at Midnight Moors. And if you go on Facebook and you're looking for the coolest motherfucker that ever existed, just look up me, Gary Combs.
You got the Twitter up. Man.
Yes. So I'm gonna floss this $250,000 around my neck real quick.
Oh, there it is.
Right there.
That's hilarious. Hey, people, thanks for tuning in. Always, you can check us out at the B-Side Podcast Q on IG. The B-Side Podcast Q on IG. Hey, check us out at Alec Roberts. Hey, y'all, get some gear. Go to Alec Roberts. Check us out on IG, and also you can definitely make a trip over to AlecRoberts.com. Get some gear. We got some merchandise. Anyhow, also, want to check me out on IG? Just go to AR Sales too. AR Sales too. Got it. But anyhow, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming through, G Diddy. Much love, man. Much love.
You're welcome. And didn't you vote for Kennedy back in the day?
Hey, man.
You voted for Kennedy back in the day, right?
No. Stop it. We ain't going there. But anyway, peace.